Picture this. The floodlights are beaming down, kind of like spotlights on a massive movie set, right? The crowd is roaring, and then they suddenly hold their breath as this ultimate showdown unfolds right there on the pitch. Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down this absolutely fascinating insight from Score 90 TV that exposes the literal masterclass of one of football's greatest defenders. We are talking about the secret to Virgil van Dijk's defending, and let me tell you, watching it, it plays out exactly like a high-stakes cinematic standoff. Just listen to the exact words used in our source material to describe this epic confrontation. It goes like this. Razzle-dazzle, just trying to bamboozle, and you're just literally just standing there. Do you feel the weight of that contrast? I mean, that heavy pause right there. That is exactly what the attacker feels when they run headfirst into a brick wall of pure composure. Section 1, the ultimate defensive standoff. Okay, let's dive into this. We can actually frame this single defensive concept not just as your standard football tactic, but as a classic cinematic duel of opposites. Think of, the quintessential Western standoff, or a stoic hero staring down this incredibly chaotic villain, because that is exactly what's happening in those crucial one-on-one moments on the grass. Here's the fundamental contrast at play. On one side, you've got the razzle-dazzle and bamboozle. This is all that chaotic, flashy, kinetic energy of the attacker. But on the exact opposite side, you have literally just standing there. This is the stoic, immovable, totally unbothered nature of the defender. It's a tactical clash, for sure, but visually, it's two entirely different philosophies of movement colliding. Section 2, the razzle-dazzle attacker. Now, what's really interesting about this is looking closely at the word bamboozle. Because, well, to bamboozle isn't just about beating someone with pure physical speed, right? It's about creating an illusion. It's the attacker's frantic choreography, designed entirely to deceive the eye. They're throwing up smoke and mirrors, using literally every special effect in their arsenal to confuse the opponent into making a false, premature move. The attacker is just expending massive amounts of physical and mental energy, desperately trying to overload the defender's senses. And that brings us to this brilliant little repetition pulled straight from the source. Just trying to. I want you to imagine the camera slowing down into a literal bullet time effect right now. Step overs, feints, drops of the shoulder, rapid touches left and right. That repetition perfectly captures the desperate, sweating struggle of the attacker's illusion. They are working overtime. They're trying and trying again, throwing everything at the wall in real time, moving at this frantic, urgent cadence, just hoping, praying that one of these dazzling micro-movements forces the defender to bite. Section 3, the power of stillness. Now, imagine the camera cuts, we abruptly slow down, and all that frantic energy just evaporates. We enter the realm of Virgil van Dijk's side of the equation, literally just standing there. Just let that sit in your mind for a second. In the face of absolute razzle-dazzle chaos, the defender does absolutely nothing. It is the awesome, honestly kind of terrifying power of absolute stillness. This is the cinematic equivalent of negative space. It's the tension-filled, absolute zero-point energy of simply refusing to react. By literally just standing there, the defender absorbs all of that frantic kinetic energy without expending a single ounce of their own. Let's move on and see how this builds step by step into the ultimate one-on-one football duel. Step 1. The attacker initiates the flashy moves, deploying the special effects. Step 2. The defender flat out refuses to react, holding their ground like an absolute statue. Step 3. Deprived of a reaction, the attacker's illusion shatters. The magic trick fails completely because the audience, which in this case is the defender, refuses to look at the distracting hand. Order effortlessly defeats chaos. Section 4, mastering the mental game. And this brilliantly illustrates that what we're really watching isn't just a physical fit race. Oh no, it is intense psychological warfare playing out in a fraction of a second right in front of thousands of screaming fans. The sheer desperation of trying to bamboozle is completely neutralized by the supreme composure of just standing there. Van Dijk's defending isn't merely a physical blockade. It is complete mental intimidation. Without speaking a single word, it says to the attacker, I see all of your tricks and I am entirely unimpressed. So the crucial point is this. The entire secret to Van Dijk's defending basically boils down to neutralizing the attacker's frantic razzle-dazzle with pure, unyielding composure. The attacker relies on chaos to create an opening. The defender relies on composure to ensure that opening never exists in the first place. This requires immense discipline, actively choosing deliberate inaction over instinctual panic. Which leaves us with a fascinating, provocative thought to take away from this explainer today. In a world utterly obsessed with razzle-dazzle, with constant movement, special effects, and frantic action, is absolute stillness your ultimate weapon? Think about that the next time you're faced with chaos, whether that's on the football pitch or just in your everyday life. Thank you so much for diving into this breakdown with me, and remember, always embrace the power of composure.